What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Real Talk, and I have another review for you guys today, and that's for War of the Planet of the Apes. Check it out.
The irony is we created you. And nature has been punishing us ever since. This is our last stand. And if we lose,
Alright guys, so this film stars Andy Serkis once again reprising his role as Caesar, doing his amazing motion capture performance, and he's starring alongside Woody Harrelson. And this movie once again is directed by Matt Reeves, which he did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And this film completes the trilogy, guys. It started obviously with Rise of the Planet of the Apes and continued with Dawn, like I just mentioned. And speaking of trilogies, there's very few nowadays that start off amazing and end up amazing. We always have the first two good movies, or the first good movie and the sequel's not that good, or like I said, it's the first two that are amazing and then the third one kind of lets us down. But this is an exception by far. This is an amazing trilogy. But I did have a few negatives with this movie, and I'm kind of nitpicking, but the first one I'm going to mention has a positive side to it, so let's get to it. The bad ape character I thought was, I don't know, the first two movies didn't have this specific character for comedic relief, and I thought the third one didn't need it at all. But the character was there. I thought they gave him a cool little background, and the positive is Steve Zahn. He did a great job doing the performance. Nothing against him. It's just that I don't know. Like when the character came on the screen, I kind of thought of Jar Jar Binks for a little bit, and that's not a good thing to think of. But it's just because the first two didn't have that character. I was like, why does this one need it? And I felt like the movie could have done without the character. And the second and last negative to this movie is it's kind of a bit predictable. At least for me, it was. I already knew kind of like what storylines it was gonna hit, like what plot points. But I thought it did all those very, very well. And with that being said, let's go to my positives. First things first, hats off to Matt Reeves. He did another incredible movie. He's not only in Dawn, he not only took what they build in Rise and built upon that on the characters and the story and the narrative, but he does that again, and I think he surpasses what he did in Dawn, at least in my opinion, in this one, in War for the Planet of the Apes. And all the things I'm going to mention is credit to him. That's why I wanted to mention that first. So Matt Reeves, I can't wait to see what you do in The Batman, if you do direct that. And you did an incredible job, sir. And the second thing I have to mention first is Andy Serkis and his performance. There's been a lot of talk about him and his performances in the past and how he should be nominated. I think there should be a category in that, you know, realm of performance capture, because it's still a performance overall. But with that being said, I don't want to get too into that. You can't deny that he did another incredible performance. He knocked it out of the park. I feel like his role of Caesar, he already knows Caesar and he embodies Caesar so well. And just the journey that character took from the first, the second, and now the third it's an incredible story to watch and great narrative to watch unfold as well. And I'm going to get to that right now. So like I was saying about narrative, guys, it's awesome to see a trilogy like this, how they build upon and kind of expand with the characters and their motives with each movie. Obviously, it's Planet of the Apes, so we in the Rise we saw how, you know, it started with the virus and stuff like that. In Dawn, it continued, and you see the struggle between the humans and the apes. They tried to coexist together and work together, but obviously Koba, if you haven't seen the second one, I don't know why you're watching the review for the third one. So obviously Koba had, you know, his upbringing and stuff like that. He was tortured or whatever, and he kind of started that war, and you see that in Dawn, and now how it all comes together in War of the Planet of the Apes. It's just amazing to see that. Nowadays you don't really get that with sequels and let alone trilogies, like I said, so it's awesome to see. I have to mention the cinematography, guys, because I thought it was well done. Obviously, when you have landscapes like this in the woods and stuff like that, where there's snow, there's opportunity to kind of wove in the story and the cinematography with these characters and the plot and everything, and the actions that these characters take. Not just shoot them, you know, walking. You know, it's nice to see the landscape and stuff like that. So obviously, that's what cinematography is, and they did a great job with that in this film. one of the last things I gotta mention, guys, is the characters and their philosophies. I love when we get characters in films like this that are well developed and fleshed out, and you see their struggles. You see their philosophy that is kind of being changed slowly by some events that happen in the film, and including Caesar. He's obviously the main character, but you see his struggle the most, and he's slowly becoming something that, you know, he fought in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and he realizes that, and like, man, what am I doing? And like, what am I doing with my apes? And like, where did I get them? So all that being said, and even the Woody Harrelson does a great job in portraying his character. I thought they did a lot with him. They gave him a lot to sink his teeth into. So I'm glad that, you know, they got Woody Harrelson for that. And just overall, even there's other characters that that have that sort of like change of heart, and you see their struggle. And I love when films do that. And so this is a perfect example of that again. So overall, guys, I love this movie, and with this being the third in the franchise, it makes it a trilogy. And with that being said, I love this trilogy. I think it's a perfect one in my eyes because it just keeps getting better and better and better. With all that being said, the negatives weren't really that bad. I was nitpicking. So I have to give War for the Planet of the Apes a 9 out of 10, guys. I highly recommend it. I had a great time at the movies. So please go check it out. Alright, guys, so let me know your thoughts on the film in the comment section down below if you've seen it already. If you haven't, let me know if, when you're planning to see it, and are you excited for it. I do have other reviews on the channel, guys. I have one for Spider-Man Homecoming and Baby Driver, so check those out if you haven't. You guys can follow me on social media. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at The Real Talk, Talk with 2 Ks. And as always, I'll see you at the movies. Later, guys.